Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimmy. His name is Frank. And this shit just ain't fun anymore. How about you, Frank?
Yeah, we're really pissed off right now.
It's not even that we're pissed off. I'm just honestly, I feel
Frustrated.
frustration is actually the feeling. A few reasons. Okay, let's get on the subject of Roman Reigns. I like him. I think he's damn cool. I want to see him succeed. However, I am also not stupid. And I don't want to put him in positions where the fans are going to turn on him. And the scenario you suggested where The Rock wins the title just to lose to Reigns, I think it'll get the same reception that Cena got at WrestleMania 29. I don't want that.
I think The Rock will get booed.
If he wins the Rumble?
Sure.
I don't know. They're in Florida. It's just...
It's just like what you said. It's predictable because then they'll know, the fans will know that they're setting up The Rock versus Reigns match at WrestleMania.
Honestly, at this point, I don't want to see any part-timer win the Rumble or the title. And you want to know what really annoys me, Frank? Really annoys me. There are people that get off on the wrong thing being done and knowing it's the wrong thing. I just don't understand it. And then you also get those people that get off on the guys that really need the push, that really need that good booking, getting shit on. Like I was talking, I'm not going to give away any names, but I was talking to these two guys a couple days ago, and they say, "Oh, we love it when the people that the fans like get shit on because they're so annoying." Okay, then how did you like Stone Cold Steve Austin at all, or The Rock? How could you claim to like any of those guys? They were two of the most popular guys in the history of business.
Oh, in other words, it's good to hate the guy that the fans like.
I guess to me it just doesn't make any sense.
It's good to hate the popular guy.
Yeah, because it's the cool thing to do, not because it makes any sense. My philosophy has always been you hate on the guy you think sucks. That's why I hate Cena, because I think he sucks. I think he's garbage, trash. I don't hate on the guys that I think are good. To me, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and I don't think Cena's popular.
No, I don't think he is either. I think that the kids like him. I think that women like him for obvious reasons. But I look at his 2015 and people are saying, "Oh, it was the best year of his career." Really, it was the best year of his career, or was he just afforded more time in the ring than everybody else, or was he just afforded more false finishes than everybody else? Nobody likes to bring that up.
I think a handful of people could have stepped into that U.S. Open challenge and did a good job.
It's very simple. It's called give the whoever the U.S. champion is good booking. Let me ask you this question: has Del Rio been lighting the world on fire since he won the U.S. title?
No.
And I said that's exactly what would happen the second that belt.
Defends the title.
I said the second the belt comes off Cena, it goes back to mediocrity where it was. It was never about rebuilding the titles. It was all about making him look good. And the proof is in the pudding. I don't even have to watch the show, and I know that that's exactly what they've been doing. And Monday's going to be week 23 that I haven't wasted my time watching that bullshit show.
I did have him watch SmackDown the other day.
Oh, you did? How was it?
It was pretty good. And it was good because of one guy, the new announcer, Mauro Ranallo, that you know about him?
Yes, I heard about him.
Yeah, he's really good, man. He's really good. He actually knows his wrestling, and he really made the show exciting.
All right, maybe I'll watch SmackDown next week. It'll be the first time in a while.
Overall, within a year, I think that's I did hear that Michael Cole is responsible for bringing him in. Michael Cole reached out to him, but he is what's been missing. I actually watched SmackDown from beginning to end. It was a good show. Now, is it a good show because it was the debut, and next week it'll be garbage yet? I don't know.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I'll probably end up watching SmackDown next week just to check it out. But now I want to ask you a question, Frank. What do you have to say about the guys that I named earlier that I think should be built up to be that nucleus of guys that you rely upon?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. They did tip for Ryback. I don't think Ryback has a future in singles. I think he should be in a tag team with somebody.
All right, because I just look back on Ryback and the popularity he had in 2012, and I say to myself,
it was just yeah. I understand, but he can't sustain that in a serious manner. I think he's terrible on the mic. I think he's even worse than Reigns on the mic, and I don't think he has what it takes to carry the championship on his back. I think he's better suited as a tag team guy.
Well, what do you think about the philosophy that I put forth of having multiple guys that you could rely upon, rather than just the one guy getting good booking?
But that goes without saying. That's logic.
But I thought I was crazy.
No, you're not crazy. That goes without saying.
Wait a minute. I thought I was an internet fan.
Yeah, well, if there'll be people that say, they did build up Rollins, they did build up Reigns, and Dean Ambrose is the Intercontinental Champion, so what are you complaining about? That'll be the peanut gallery saying.
All right, well, I'll respond to that. Dean Ambrose is playing Roman Reigns' sidekick. They should be equals. That's number one. Number two, Seth Rollins as the WWE Champion was absolutely 150% idiotic. That guy was booked to be a complete joke. And no, you don't have to book a heel champion as a chicken shit. You don't have to. You know, Triple H, was he a chicken shit when he fought Cactus Jack, or did he kick Cactus Jack's ass?
No, I understand. I agree with you.
Did Randy Orton, did he really need any help beating Mick Foley in that street fight that they had? That was one of the best matches of Mick Foley's career? Of course he didn't. Did Mankind need any help beating The Undertaker? No.
No, I agree with you.
It's just, to me, it's just an overwhelming sense of, I'll just accept whatever they do. And to me, if you want to, and this is my suggestion, because that's what I'll call it. If you don't want Roman Reigns to get the type of heat that John Cena's been getting, don't make the show all about him. Don't make it a one-man show. Because I think that's one of the chief reasons that people have booed him so relentlessly, is because they feel, it's all about him. It gets annoying after a while, and people just had enough.
Yes.
Now,
I think they have been making Roman Reigns lose and get screwed over. But he should, like you said, he should have opened the show, closed the show, like John Cena did for so many years.
But do you agree that that if they want to avoid him getting the type of heat that Cena's gotten, is that they can't just make the show all about him?
Of course not. They have to build other guys.
And now I want to get into another topic that's really, really groundbreaking. The Bullet Club is coming to the WWE. AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, Anderson, and one of my favorites from Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura, is coming to the WWE. Frank, have you heard about all this?
Yes, I have. And if I were you, I wouldn't get too excited. I'd manage my expectations. Because I could see those guys, the Japanese guys, becoming comedy acts, and AJ Styles jobbing every week.
Well, it's January 9th, and let's say it now. That is not what should happen with these guys.
Of course not. I'm saying, but it could happen.
I've been watching non-stop Japanese wrestling. Like, I watched Wrestle Kingdom 9 from last year. My goodness, what a show. And I just finished watching a bunch of matches from Wrestle Kingdom 10, which was not too long ago. Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles had an amazing match.
I agree with you. I've seen highlights, but I'm just saying.
I'll make sure I post the actual match on the page later on today.
The WWE writers, Vince McMahon, and other guys, they don't care about that.
No, and they're imbeciles, because that's what made Shinsuke Nakamura the sensation that he is over in Japan. It was his ability.
I could see them making tag teams out of those guys.
And I think that, you take somebody like an AJ, you take someone like that, you could do a lot of great things with him. You could have a lot of matches that you never thought you would have before. And quite honestly, those guys deserve to be booked properly. At least, in my estimation, they deserve to be booked properly.
AJ, he's been pound for pound one of the best wrestlers in the last 5 years.
Yes, he has been. Unlike most people who digress in their lives, he has progressed.
Yeah, he's a great performer, but I doubt it.
No, and that should tell you all you need to know when, guys like that come in and we don't have high expectation, and it ain't because of them, it's because of the people running the show. That should tell you all you need to know. And now, to finish tonight, I want to get into another topic. And this is the topic that we're going to close the show with, Frank. And I'm sure that you're tired of hearing it. I'm honestly tired of saying it. The latest hashtag that has been all over Facebook, has been all over Instagram, has been all over Twitter. Hashtag Clear Daniel Bryan. Have you seen that?
Yes, that's the movement. That's a new movement.
Where Bryan himself has gone out of his way to like, favorite, and retweet several people. He posted a picture on his personal Instagram that had a picture of Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, and he put in big bold letters, "Can WWE just clear me already?" Now, I personally say this. If multiple doctors are turning around and telling this guy, listen, you really shouldn't wrestle anymore, then he really shouldn't wrestle anymore. However, if multiple doctors are turning around and saying, listen, this guy's fine, he can compete, I ask very politely, what the fuck are you doing? How many guys are out? How many guys are injured? You don't have a choice. You have to bring this guy back if the doctors are saying he's fine. The fuck are you doing? Yeah. It's like they want to lose viewers. They want to fail, Frank. I'm actually starting to believe that maybe Vince wants to take his creation down to the grave with him.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? They could be working the fans and maybe, building anticipation that he's going to come out out of nowhere one day. I don't know.
I don't know what it is that they're waiting for. I don't know if they're waiting for an act of God or something, but...
Maybe, like I said, maybe they don't want to take away the steam off of Reigns.
But how does it take away from Roman Reigns if Daniel Bryan's entrenched in a storyline that the fans actually give a shit about? Did The Undertaker take away from Steve Austin's steam when he was feuding with Kane? Of course he didn't. Because the feud with Kane was something worth watching. That's something I just don't understand. Did John Cena versus JBL take away from the steam of Batista versus Triple H?
Oh, I understand what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know. They're crazy. I don't know what their rationale of thinking is.
To me, it absolutely drives me nuts. If this guy, if it was coming out, go ahead.
I said if it was up to me, I'd bring him in right now. I'd bring him in. I wouldn't put him in at the Royal Rumble though, because if he loses, the fans are going to crap on the show again. I would bring him in maybe early March.
And who does he wrestle?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
The fact that this guy hasn't been on the
show. He goes up against Kevin Owens.
For what purpose? For what purpose?
I have no idea.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm sorry. The guy is a star. He belongs in the ring with another star. Kevin Owens has not been built up to be a star yet. And Kevin Owens losing will do him no favors.
What about Kevin Owens winning?
Then why did Daniel Bryan come back? Just to lose? Kevin Owens is supposed to beat Brock Lesnar. Daniel Bryan's supposed to come back and have a match with a main name. I don't care who it is. And he's supposed to win on his first match back. Booking this shit should not be difficult. At least to me, it shouldn't be difficult.
Would you have a problem with him going up against Del Rio for the U.S. belt?
Honestly, all the names you're throwing out, it's whatever at this point. To be honest, because I'm sorry, I'm being realistic. I'm just saying. I'm being realistic too. Daniel Bryan's a star. He belongs in the ring with a star. Del Rio's not a star. He's garbage. He sucks. What has he done with that U.S. title since he got it? He's done absolute nothing. Zero. And I'm sorry, unless Bryan's going to come back and be in a main spot against a big name, then I don't want him to come back. I'd rather him stay home.
I think maybe that's what they're thinking too, so that they're going to keep him out for a while.
I don't know how long they're looking to keep him out for. The guy can't stay on the shelf for the rest of his contract.
Well, you got the main event at WrestleMania is going to be Roman Reigns versus somebody. It's not going to be Daniel Bryan.
I understand that, but aren't there supposed to be multiple main events?
Yeah.
So then he should be in one of them.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. You know, you have all these big names. Sacrifice one of them. I don't care who it is. Quite honestly, I don't care at this point. I want to see what I want to see. I want to see him get back in the ring and beat a big name. You know, the fact of the matter is the guy hasn't been on the show in months, and yet he's one of the most talked about subjects right now. That should tell you all you need to know.
I agree. I told you, he could come back 10 years from now and still be popular, but...
You know, the fact that he himself has come out and said, listen, just clear me already, that should tell you all you need to know. You know, and then you get the people that say, oh, do you want to see him die in the ring?
He's not going to die in the ring. He's not going to die in the ring.
It's the most retarded shit I've ever seen in my life. How is he going to die in the ring?
Anybody can get hurt in the ring at any time.
Thank you, Frank. Please elaborate on that, because I'm tired of talking about it.
Let's elaborate. Anybody can get hurt at any time. You can't predict anything. You can't predict who's going to get hurt, who's not going to get hurt.
No, but it's okay for Cena and Orton to get hurt multiple times, but they don't have to retire. Only this guy has to retire. Get the fuck out of here.
I said that's because of the concussion trial, but...
if concussions are the issue here, then why was Tommy Dreamer allowed to wrestle on the WWE Canvas?
I agree with you. I'm just saying...
That is so hypocritical.
I think the WWE might have ulterior motives.
No, so do I. I think
they don't want him ruining any plans.
Well, the guy should be part of their plans because he's one of the most popular guys that they have. And if he isn't, then they're fools. You know, with all the guys they have injured, they really don't have much choice. They have to bring him back.
I would love to see Daniel Bryan have the U.S. belt and have a U.S. Open challenge.
The way that belt has been treated, I don't want him anywhere near it.
I think that would be great. I think he should have the U.S. belt and have a U.S. Open challenge.
Well, he can't be in the middle of the card for the rest of his career, Frank. You know, the guy, when he comes back, he's going to be one of the hottest guys in that company. And you throw him into a...
If he has the U.S. belt, he'll be a mid-card. When John Cena has the U.S. belt, he's a main event.
That's my problem. He should be a main event. He should be booked as a main eventer, not a middle-of-the-card act. He's the most popular guy you have. You wait till the night he shows up in that building. Whether he announces that he's done with WWE or that he's going to return, he's going to get the biggest... The people are going to go nuts for him, and I'm going to explain why the people go nuts for him. Because they believe that he needs their help, their support. Why do you think people don't cheer John Cena? Because they don't believe he needs their help. Because they know he's just going to win anyway. You know, a good wrestling hero creates just enough doubt that he needs the fans' support to win. Creates just enough doubt, but has just enough belief that they believe in him, that he can win, but just enough disbelief that they think they need their help.
It's called a connection.
Exactly. And how come certain people don't get that kind of connection with the audience?
You can't make it.
You either have it or you don't. He has it. And the fact that I've never seen a company so stubbornly ignore their own fans and ignore something so organic like what they have with him.
I would say they ignored it. Maybe they tried to suppress it at times,
but that doesn't make any business sense now, does it?
I don't think so.
It makes no business sense whatsoever. And the way
I would say they ignored Daniel Bryan.
They tried to do it as much as they could. They got dragged kicking and screaming into the main event of WrestleMania 30.
I agree. And like I always said, that SummerSlam against John Cena was supposed to be his highlight.
That was going to be it for him if the fans didn't rebel.
Yes.
And if Punk didn't walk out. It's funny how so many people have admitted that to be true, but yet you still have people that believe that it was the plan going all the way back to SummerSlam that he was going to become the champion.
But then again, you have Daniel Bryan admitting that Vince McMahon created the yes chant. So who knows? Who knows?
You know, and it's just, to me, like I said at the top of this subject, if the guy is not able to wrestle, then he should retire for the betterment of his health. But if the guy is allowed to wrestle, he should be allowed. That's what I've been saying.
And I'll tell you what, they're not going to release him. They're never going to release him. Until his contract is up, they're not going to release him because he'll go to New Japan and he'll be very popular.
That's what I've been saying. If you're not going to let the guy wrestle, then release him. You either clear him or you release him. Because the guy has come out multiple times saying, I've been cleared by all these different doctors. They don't want me to wrestle. And to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. That doesn't make any sense. What is the WWE doctor seeing that top neurologists in the country aren't seeing? You know, exactly. And to me, I say to myself, who's more qualified, a WWE doctor or the St. Louis Cardinals neurologist, who's one of the top neurologists in the country?
I don't know.
Who's examined him multiple times, according to Bryan in one of his recent interviews.
It's because of if we go by the logic of they're afraid because of this trial, if something happens.
But honestly, Frank, if you look,
Bryan could turn around and sue the shit out of them. I don't know.
If you look at it from a legal standpoint, them using Bryan in the lawsuit actually is detrimental to their case, because if I'm their competition in court, I'm bringing in all these different doctors that have cleared him and say, listen, they're trying to use this gentleman as an example of their policy, but the guy's been cleared by multiple, doctors. They're just trying to make themselves look good. They have no legs to stand on using this guy. That's.
I agree with you. I don't know what their plan is. I really don't know. I mean, how long has it been now? It's been over a year now. It's almost going on a year.
Almost going on a year.
So I don't know if they're working us. I don't know if it's because they're waiting for Roman Reigns to be official and be stamped. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either, and I'm tired of being strung along. Either let the guy wrestle or just release him. Either way, I'd be happy because I know that guy will be wrestling very soon if he's released. He will wrestle again. I can promise you that. Because he ain't.
Well, I don't think we've seen him wrestle his last match.
No, neither do I, and I look forward to Bryan Danielson's next match because I will be watching, and so will millions of other people. And what drives me absolutely insane is that you have all these guys hurt. Cena, Orton, Rollins, Cesaro, all these different guys. Here's a guy who's probably the most popular guy you have, and he's itching to come back. And you're fighting it every step of the way. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
If they want to make WrestleMania 32 the biggest, I think he should be on the card somewhere.
Oh, he should be high on the card. I'm not saying he's got to be at the top of the card, but he should be high on that card. He shouldn't be 6th or 7th or 8th match fucking down.
No, not at all.
You don't put your most popular guy at the bottom of the fucking card. I mean, I'm sorry. Put him in the semi-main event at the very least. I mean, I don't think that's asking much. Or if you really want to fucking get people's attention, you got Shinsuke Nakamura. Put him in the ring with Daniel Bryan. You think anyone will give a shit that he's not fighting for the title? No, because we'll be getting a dream match. That's a match he himself has said, I want that match. And Nakamura has responded to him saying, anytime you want it, my answer is yes.
Oh, listen, I agree with you, but I'm saying you don't have the WWE. They right now, they think that they would say that nobody knows who the Japanese wrestler is.
No, trust me when I tell you, people know who they are. People know who the Bullet Club is. Believe me when I tell you, and I'm holding it up right now. Click sign, too sweet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care. NWO. Friggin' everyone knows who they are. People are not stupid. And that's the thing. The WWE thinks that their entire audience is a bunch of toddlers who don't know shit. No, your audience is the 18 to 34 demographic. And you don't gear to us, and that's why most of us don't watch. But that's what wrestling has always been about. It's always been about that 18 to 34 demographic. And if they ever decide to go back to that 18 to 34 demographic and start giving us what the fuck we want to see, their numbers will go back up again. Because if you just rely on the families, you're going to get the shit numbers you're getting. Because they watch multiple things. They don't just give a shit about wrestling. And I've been making this argument for years. Relying on the families is a shit way to do business for the simple fact of they are not committed to pro wrestling. They are not diehard fans of the brand. They're not going to go out of their way to support the brand. Like the 18 to 34 demographic always did. But then you stabbed us in the back and you chose Toys R Us. You chose Mattel over us. And guess what? Now your numbers have gone down. The dolls...
And the numbers will continue to go down.
Oh, they will continue to go down. Believe me when I tell you, you haven't seen the worst. You have not seen the worst.
Yeah, that's what I said. When people say, "Oh, Vince McMahon, he came out, the ratings are back on top," that's just a band-aid. How long before people get bored of the Vince McMahon Roman Reigns angle?
And not for nothing, most people don't even buy the angle to begin with because it's not a believable storyline. Roman Reigns going up against the upper echelon of the WWE isn't believable because everyone with fucking common sense knows he's the hand-chosen guy. If they had any brains, they'd make him the number one villain and have him go against someone that the crowd is behind and make Vince McMahon fuck with that person. That's believable. You know, for fuck's sake, why don't you do that? Why don't you tell the story the fans want to be told? Then they'll have no reason to not watch. They'll have no reason to not subscribe to the network.
So, in other words, turn Roman Reigns and make him work with the authority and the corporation.
It's not even that. Put him against someone that the crowd is behind, so that way the reactions can be genuine.
There you go. There is no good. They don't have any believable top guys that are faces. That's what it is. They have a lot of heels, but no guys that are faces.
Yeah, but none of their faces, none of their heels are credible either because they always get beat.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
None of their heels are credible. Is Bray Wyatt credible? He loses to 51-year-old don't give a fuck's Undertaker. He loses to 50-something-year-old Kane. I find it hysterical how Bray Wyatt could beat the fucking Shield. He can beat Daniel Bryan, but he can't beat Cena and Undertaker, who are veterans.
Maybe we can have a Daniel Bryan New Day feud.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, I want the most popular.
Daniel Bryan, Rudy Tooty Booty.
Yeah, I want to see the most popular wrestler in the world compete with the guys that wear dildos on their fucking head. I'm sorry, I was always a fan of the New Day, but that's going too fucking far for me.
Oh God.
I'm fucking sorry.
They've been ridiculous now for months.
I mean, I'm sorry. There's only so much stupidity I could withstand. And believe me when I tell you, and I say this to anyone with the sound of my voice, if Daniel Bryan shows up on Monday Night Raw, someone let me know. That's when I'll tune in. I ain't fucking watching for this shit. I ain't even watching for The Undertaker. Because who's he going to wrestle at WrestleMania? I can't think of anybody. What are you going to do? You're going to put him in the ring with Braun Strowman?
Oh, my God.
Luke Harper? Much as a great athlete as he is, has Luke Harper been built up to the point where he's a believable opponent for The Undertaker?
Luke Harper should be a top guy. He can't talk. He actually can talk. I've heard.
No, Luke Harper can cut good promos. The guy's just never given the time to do so.
Yeah, he's booked as a zombie guy who can't.
He's booked as a sidekick when he should be much better than that.
He reminds me of Bruiser Brody.
Oh yeah, they were making those comparisons to him back in 2014, and they're very accurate.
He's a big guy,
but he can move. He's really good. He's really good.
Yeah, he could go over the top rope.
He's another guy I wouldn't mind seeing AJ or Shinsuke Nakamura have a match with, because then the match would probably be damn good. No, I thought it was a shame that they ended Luke Harper's Intercontinental title run as fast as they did.
Maybe on 2K16, James.
Oh, yeah, because on 2K16, I'll actually have the brains to do the one match WWE should have been doing, which is The Undertaker and Sting. You dumb shits. Now Sting's career's over, and now the match will never happen. You dumb fucks had the chance to do it. You didn't do it. You fed Sting to Triple H, which made no fucking sense whatsoever, and you fed Bray Wyatt to The Undertaker, in which nobody benefited. You know, it gets annoying being the only logical individual. You know, aside from you, Frank. It gets so infuriating. You know, I don't know. I'm very happy I'm not going to see The Undertaker do the job to Cena at WrestleMania this year. That is a big relief for me. And I feel bad for John Cena for getting hurt. And I wish him a speedy recovery. I feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for the WWE. And the reason I don't feel sorry for them is because they have chosen their path. They chose their path. They chose to take Kevin Owens. They chose to take Bray Wyatt. They chose to take Damian Sandow. They chose to take Ryback. They chose to take Wade Barrett. And they chose to job them all out to Cena. And now all of those guys, none of them are taken seriously.
Damian Sandow, I thought he had a lot of potential. He should have been a
every single one of the guys I named had potential. But they all hit hit my head on the ceiling, just like they did.
Yeah, when he cashed in that Money in the Bank against Cena, He should have won that every night.
Absolutely.
Should have got a run with it. He was a good heel. He was a combination of what, like the Genius and somebody else. I don't know.
I thought that Damian Sandler had all the potential in the world. I absolutely loved watching him wrestle, and
He had a good gimmick when he
oh, absolutely, the intellectual savior of the masses. I absolutely loved it.
He could talk. He could go in the ring. He had a good look.
Absolutely. And all those guys I just named, all 5 of them, you're telling me that you couldn't take a single one of those guys and make a star out of them? With all that potential, all that talent? You know what I say to that? Now that Cena's hurt? It serves you right.
It's a 1.7. That's it.
Yeah, 1.7. Serves you right. Because you could have made new stars. What about Kevin Owens? You telling me that guy couldn't have won the feud with Cena, be the U.S. champion going into WrestleMania and wrestle somebody like Sami Zayn who he put on the shelf and have it actually make sense?
Yeah.
You're telling me...
Here's another thing. People better stop expecting all these guys from NXT to come up and become stars. That's not going to happen all the time. I said it way back. The big crop of stars came up, and now it's going to be the herd is going to get thin. People think,
listen, as long
Tyler
as
Breeze, he's a star, he's going to come up. He sucks.
Tyler Breeze is a damn good athlete, a damn good character, and the second they brought him up to the main roster, they've done absolute diddly with him. Diddly. Triple H with 2 other writers did a better job with Tyler Breeze than 32 fucking writers along with Vincent K.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? That people think automatically, well, every guy from NXT is going to come up and become a star.
No. The mentality is, Frank, we think that they should come up and be stars because they've done so well with NXT. That's why I dread Finn Balor coming up, because I'm sure WWE will find a way to fuck him up too.
Yeah, he'll probably be mid-card.
You know, I'm sorry, but, I see guys like, fucking Bo Dallas, who was having great matches with Adrian Neville. Both of them are forgotten souls on the main roster because of the way that they're booked.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest problem in the WWE today is their booking.
Another thing I want to say is about people who keep saying they don't care about the ratings. The ratings don't matter.
Oh, yeah. See, back in 2006, 2007, when I started really hating John Cena, people were telling me, oh, the ratings have to drop in order for shit to change. The ratings have now dropped. Now they say ratings don't matter. They always have an excuse. There's always an excuse.
You know what comes next? Next is the audience.
Oh, yeah. Next is the live attending audience. But then they'll turn around and say, oh, it doesn't matter how many people buy the tickets. They're still a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah.
There'll always be another excuse because the apologists always have them. An excuse is the second cousin to a lie. You know who said that? The greatest commentator in the history of pro wrestling, Jim Ross.
Yeah, you're right.
And there's no better way for me to end tonight on a JR note. Frank and I would love to do a show with Frank the day of the Rumble with both of us here in the room. And
I think that could be arranged.
Wow, so Frank will be making an appearance for the Royal Rumble. This is going to be fun. You think maybe we could break the jinx, Frank, and maybe this Royal Rumble could be good? The last couple of Royal Rumbles have been El Stinko. I'm talking Giant Gonzalez Stinko.
Oh, my God.
It's been horrendous. But don't worry. Triple H is going to end up winning the Royal Rumble, and then everything will be fine. All the anti-wrestling fans who love seeing the fans pissed off and all that, they'll have their moment of glory. Good for you guys. And that's something I've never understood. People that actually will stand up and applaud bad decisions being made. I've never understood that. I've never understood that, Frank. Because there's no lot.
I'll definitely be there for the Royal Rumble because I'm checking my schedule, and on Mondays I have a 4 o'clock class, so that's good.
Wow. And I'm off the day. And I'm off the day after the Rumble, Frank, and I'm only working until 2 o'clock. So once I get out of work, you get your ass over here.
Yeah, I have a very good schedule this year, so.
Awesomeness. Well, that's going to do it for us, guys, and we will see you at the Royal Rumble. Take care, guys.